Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Walking from Mandaue over to Ayala Mall in Cebu City.
Cabahug Bridge. I think this creek, river, whatever it is the dividing line between Cebu City and Mandaue City. Is this the dividing line between Mandaue and Cebu? That's Cebu, that's Mandaue?
This is Mandaue City.
Okay, very good, thank you.
You have these overhangs like this, people building their homes and that type of thing, reaching out into the creeks and rivers. And over the years, I've been here in Cebu City 9 years, and over the years they have demolished some of those on some of the rivers because they were encroaching on the river and slowing the flow because their supports were going down into the river, garbage catching on them. And anyway, long process of cleaning up these rivers, and they've had a number of river cleanups where they've cleaned up the rivers. The problem is my opinion, I don't know all the facts, is that a lot of the trash continues to go into the rivers, the trash, feces, and all that sort of thing. So they've made progress, but a long ways to go. This is Cabahug Street. Going back that way, there's kind of the back way into Bamboo Bay condominiums. I lived there for over a year, and some of you are familiar with that place. Got a subscriber or two who owns properties in there. In fact, one guy trying to sell his property. And a little further down the road, and you go from, we're going into getting close to the Cebu Business District here. And I'm not exactly sure where the cutoff of Cebu Business District is. This might still be Cebu.
Coffee, bean, and tea.
But yeah, one of my favorite coffee places.
S&R New York style pizza.
S&R Pizza and coffee place there, and big new condominium coming up here. I've got over 1,500 videos. Lander Superstore, like a Costco across the street there, very convenient. Taft Easgate, I think it's going to be a four towers eventually, I believe, condominiums. Yeah, I've done many dozens of videos since 2015, 2016 of condominiums, what they look like, what they cost, rent, buy, that type of thing, and cost of living and travel videos, lots of different things. Taft Easgate, the first tower there. I think they finally have people living in part of those towers anyway. Still working on other parts of that tower, but I think there's going to be 4 towers eventually. Very convenient, not very far, as you'll see as we walk down here as we get closer to Ayala Mall. But anyway, yeah, I take a deeper dive on some subjects, real estate, medical and dental risks in the Philippines, other issues as well on my membership site. 2 different levels, and down just the lower left-hand corner below the videos, there's a join button if you want to join, get in on some of those special videos. First comment of most videos, I also pin a comment. It's got a PayPal account if you want to support the channel, and a buy me a coffee link if you want to support the channel. Anyway, always appreciate that. Does cost to.
Laundry lounge to open soon. Self-service, drop off, pick off.
Yeah, interesting. You know, we've got just an amazing number of malls in town, older malls and very new malls, and sometimes only a couple blocks apart. SM Mall, and then the new Cebu G Mall, Gaisano, and then not very far from that is the Robinson's Galleria Mall down towards the downtown area. All very close, not very far from Ayala Mall actually, but you have a huge population. Yeah, interesting design. Taft Easgate condominiums, and they've got several layers of like retail shops in there. They were not. I think they've only got a couple of little restaurants, food places up there now, so got a ways to go. You got to wonder at some point in time, is it too much?
Quincentennial?
I think the mall companies, they make their money by renting out their spaces. I don't know how much they have to rent, how many spaces they have to rent, square meters, square feet, to be profitable. But see a lot of the stores in all these different malls, and you wonder, how do they stay open? It's like I watched a video today, Santa Monica, California, in the center of Los Angeles, and I did some noise control there, a couple decades ago, 20 years ago. And yeah, I mean, half the stores are out of business for a number of different reasons. The homelessness that is taken over. In fact, I had a big job. I was the Santa Monica School District. They asked me to quote a big job, and I talked to over a dozen contractors. They refused to go to Santa Monica and work in Santa Monica. And they told me, yeah, you're with all the fine print and these contracts. And I had to happen to me even in Nevada. Did work for a big power company up in Reno, Nevada, and they told me later. They gave me a purchase order. That's all I had to do the work. And they told me later, you know that you have to prove that you are trying to hire minorities and women, or you don't get paid, right? You know that, right? No, you didn't give me a contract. You sent me a purchase order. You didn't tell me any of those kind of details. But I ended up doing that. It wasn't that large of a job. It would have taken me longer to train people to do it properly. I did it myself on the top of a community college building in the middle of a snowstorm. In fact, me and the head maintenance guy were the only people on campus. They'd shut the campus down in the snowstorm. And I did the installation in a day, and anyway, that's the type of thing that people told me goes on in Santa Monica, parts of California, but it was happening in 20 years ago, even then. So I got to the point I wouldn't even quote jobs in schools, which I had a lot of people asking me, begging me actually, to quote their projects. Other government-related things, because they always had that. You have to prove that you're trying to hire minorities and women. And I'm a relatively small operation, and it just, have to hire a lawyer and a couple lawyers, and just didn't make any sense at all. One thing I like about the Philippines is that there's still a lot of freedom here. They don't have, they've got their regulations and their bureaucracy and their slow way of getting things done, and sometimes I know even businesses, I know foreigners who've had resorts and such, they said to get certain permits done in a timely manner, you had to pay a little extra. Little candy on the table is what they say, dreamers. A lot of these little coffee, quick coffee, 37 peso, 39 peso. They're popping up all over the place. And there again, you wonder, is there an oversupply at some point in time for a iced coffee drink? What does it take to make a profit, to pay the rent? Anyway, yeah, along here, Cabahug Street, going towards Ayala. All of these little eateries, and there again, you wonder, how do they stay in business? But you'll find that in the morning and at lunchtime and at dinner time, you'll get quite a few people frequenting these places. They've got tables
Your wife?
on the sidewalk and out in the street. Doesn't matter. It works, and a lot of times, in fact, it's easier walking on the street because you don't have nearly as many obstacles, holes in the pavement, and as you can see, easier to walk in the street. And I was walking back from Mandaue. Got a friend over there I've known many, many years. He had aneurysm after he got his third jab, his booster jab. Shortly after that, it went down real fast mentally. I told his girlfriend, we need to take him to the hospital, emergency room. And we took him there, and yeah, he had an aneurysm. Stayed with him. She stayed with him 14, 15 days. I stayed with him about 12 days. And yeah, he recognizes me, big smile, shakes my hand. Can't really, he'll answer a question, yes, no, maybe, but can't really carry on a conversation with him. And the doctor said, yeah, it had something to do with the jab interfering with some other medication that he was on. Probably, that's what the doctor said. Had something to do with that. And if you want to know more about that, there is information. You won't find it on Google yet. Eventually, it's going to come out here in the coming year or two about the various injuries from those types of events. Anyway, yeah, this is the Ayala Business Mall, Cebu Business Park, owned by Ayala. And you get into go from the poorer areas into the business district. It's not a Makati or a Bonifacio city like it is in Manila area, but it is one of the, I think this building here, this commercial and hotel, I think it's going to be third tallest building in Cebu, I believe will be. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Look forward to your comments. Stay safe, stay healthy, and safe travels. See you in the next video.